In the last lecture, we discussed what is recursion and we studied mainly two programs related to recursion. So, we are continuing this section. So, as per our syllabus, in the last lecture, we completed print a message for our and how to write the program using recursion, factorial of a program. We already studied. So, in this lecture, we are going to discuss Fibonacci number and sum of first n natural numbers. So these are the content we are going to discuss now. Program to find the sum of n natural number using recursion. Fibonacci series using recursion. Then what is the difference between iteration and recursion? Okay, so first we are going to discuss the sum of n natural number. Already the execution step as well as the program is given. We already studied how to write this program using for loop. So here we are using recursive function. Once again, just remind what is recursive function. A function that called itself again and again is called recursive function. So if you are writing a program using recursive function, you must include two cases, base case and recursive case. Suppose if you are not writing base case, that program runs forever till memory will be out of order. Okay, so in this question, recursive function to get sum of n natural number. So here what we are doing, first we are entering how many numbers sum we are going to find out. So just give the limit, then calculate the sum. So here we are using the function compute. Compute n. N means whatever, how many numbers sum we are going to calculate, that is the value of n. That n is passing to the function. So suppose we are giving only one number. Then in that case, the sum is 1. So that is our base case. So if number equal to 1, return 1. So this case is called the base case. Then otherwise, suppose we are giving the sum of two numbers. What we are doing? Number plus previous sum. Okay. Num plus compute num minus 1. For example, suppose we are calculating compute 2. We are calculating the sum of first two numbers. So the value passing here is 2. So 2 plus the sum of previous numbers. Previous numbers means compute 1. Okay. So how the execution is going on? Suppose here, assume the number of digits or total number, and the limit of the number is 4. That is, we are going to calculate the sum of first 4 natural numbers. Then calling the function compute 4 directly goes to function definition. Checking num equal to 1. Condition is false. Go to the else part. Return num plus compute num minus 1. That means num value is 4. 4 plus compute 3. Okay. Then again calling the same function. So again come to the function definition. Again checking num equal to 1. No, here the value of num is 3. So again go to the else part. Num plus compute num minus 1. So now num value is 3. So 4 plus 3 plus compute 2. The next step, n value is 2. Again checking the first condition, false, returns num plus compute num minus 1. So here num value is 2. So 2 plus compute 1. Okay. Then again goes to the function definition, compute 1. Here num equal to 1. So the value is returned, that is 1. That 1 is returned here. Then again calculating in reverse order. Okay. So 1 plus previous value 2, that is adding, it will be 3. Then 3 plus 3, 6. Then 6 plus 4, 10. This way the calculation or sum of n natural number is doing using recursive function. Okay, so here the same function is called again and again, that is why it is called recursive function. Next is finding the Fibonacci series of a number using recursion. So we already studied how to write the program using Fibonacci program to find the Fibonacci series. Okay, how can you find? Adding the previous two numbers, we will get the next term. Start with 0, 1. So 0 plus 1, next value is 1. Then again adding the previous two numbers, we will get the series. So here, suppose we are calculating using the function fib. This is the algorithm. Even suppose if n equal to 1 or n equal to 2, means the first term or second term, then it returns 1. Okay, otherwise we are calculating, suppose we want to calculate the Fibonacci of 2 or second term, what we have to do, we need to calculate the previous two values, that is Fibonacci of 1 plus Fibonacci of 0. That is why it is written like this: a equal to Fibonacci of n minus 1, b equal to Fibonacci of n minus 2. Then adding both values. So suppose if you want to calculate the Fibonacci of 3, we need to calculate Fibonacci of 2 and Fibonacci of 1. Adding these two, you will get the answer. Then how can we calculate Fibonacci of 2? Adding Fibonacci of 1 and Fibonacci of 0. Likewise, we are calculating all the values. So in this example, I am explaining the program. So here we are getting values from the user. How many terms in your Fibonacci series? Suppose we are giving 5. So what about the first value? First value is 0. Okay, so whatever be the range we are giving, or whatever be the n value, or up to that time the loop will repeats. For I in range 5, print Fibonacci of I. First case it is 0. So what we are doing, whatever be the n value, that value is returning. So initial value is 0. So n less than or equal to 1. So return n, that means printing that value, it will display 0. Then in the second case, what is the value? 1. Fibonacci of 1. Again first condition is satisfied. Return this, we will get the value 1. Next 2. 2, how will you get the second term? Second term, third term. Previous two terms sum. So here n value is 2. First condition is false, so it execute the else part. Return Fibonacci of n minus 1. What is n minus 1? 2 minus 1, that is Fibonacci of 1 plus Fibonacci of 0. Again calling the same function. So Fibonacci of n 1 is 1 and Fibonacci of 0 is 0. Adding these two and return the value. So it displays the value 1. So this is the step-by-step execution of Fibonacci series. In the first case, if I value is 0, calling the function Fibonacci of 0 returns 0 because number is less than. The first two case is very easy. Then second case, Fibonacci of 2. Fibonacci of 2 means it will be the sum of previous two terms. So Fibonacci of 1 plus Fibonacci of 0. So return 1 plus 0. So your output is 0, 1, 1. Then next I equal to 3. Fibonacci of 3. That means we are displaying the fourth term. Fibonacci of 2 plus Fibonacci of 1. So how can you calculate the Fibonacci of 2? Again Fibonacci of 1 plus Fibonacci of 0. That value is 1. So Fibonacci of 2 get the value 1. Then again Fibonacci of 1, what is the value? 1. So adding both, we will get the next value 0, 1, 1, 2. So similarly, next iteration. This way the iteration is going on in Fibonacci series. So what happens? when infinite recursion occur, or how infinite recursion occur. Mainly in two cases. Suppose we forget to define the base case. At that time, infinite recursion occurs. Otherwise, the base case is not reached. We already wrote some base case, but due to some programming error or something, that case is not reaching or that condition is not met. At that time also, infinite recursion occurs. So two cases, base case are not defined or base case not reached. So next, what is the difference between recursion and iteration? All the programs we studied so far, we done using iteration also. Now we studied using recursion. So what is the difference between these two? So both recursion and iteration are related concept. Okay, anything we do with a loop can be do with recursion. Similarly, whatever we are doing with recursion, same program we can do it through loop. But the difference is, when loop repeats, it uses same memory location for variables and repeat the same unit of code. It's very important. When loop repeats, it uses same memory location. But in the case of recursion, instead of repeating the same unit of code and using same memory location for variables, fresh memory space is allocated for each recursive call, because for every recursive call, new local environment is creating. So that means new memory locations are creating. So in the case of recursion, fresh memory space is allocated. Another one thing, main difference is recursion makes the solution look shorter, because your code looks short compared to iteration. Another one thing is, iteration makes solution less costly to implement. We can implement less costly using iteration. These are the main difference between recursion and iteration. Okay, in iteration, same memory location we are using, but in recursion we are using, for each recursive call, new memory space is created. And recursion, the length of the code is shorter. That is the main difference. So in this lecture, we studied how to write a program using recursion, Fibonacci series, and sum of n natural numbers. And we studied the difference between recursion and iteration. One more topic is there, binary search. We can discuss in next lecture. Thank you.